Okay, so we're just south of Highway 81 in Southgate. The latest I know is I actually talked to some residents who live on the other side of that bridge. You can see police officers from the Enid Police Department. We just saw an OHP trooper actually go right. They're blocking this off. People are coming on that bridge, but those are all people affected or working on that area. There was actually a neighbor who lived on that side. He told me, his name's Jeremy, but they were able to take some shelter during this. They said they were trapped inside their storm shelter for 30 minutes. A brick wall on his home, he said, actually fell on top of it. And so they were stuck. It was him, his wife, and at least one of their kids. They said there was another working in town, but thankfully, they're okay. They were stuck for some time. There were first responders that had to go rescue them. We're also talking with a bunch of other people here affected. There's some that are showing up right now, learning about how the other side of the bridge is doing. They have homes in that area, concerned, wondering how long this is going to last over here. Obviously, a terrible scene here, but they still have this blocked off. Rain is coming. There's still thunder rumbling in the air here, but they're going to be blocking this off for some time. We haven't been told exactly how long this is going to be, but it's been absolutely tragic. We saw ambulances coming into this into the gas station right behind of our camera. They're actually having to fill up. They've been working for so long that they need more gas, so they're heading back down there. Fire trucks, police officers, state troopers, you name it, EMS, they're all down on the other side of the bridge. It's hard to get there from here. Power lines, a lot of debris. Just a terrible scene here in Enid.
Yeah, Dakota, how would you describe how folks are doing? I'm sure at this point it's a lot of stress and shock too, but something this traumatic and something this shocking, how are the people there in Enid doing emotionally?
It's been tough. I've gotten some text messages from people in the area, obviously, checking in. They're watching our coverage. They're seeing what the rest of town looks like, and it's just so shocking to them because there hasn't been a tornado like this in Enid for quite some time. A terrible deal for them. As for the neighbor that I talked to that was stuck inside that shelter for some time, wasn't too emotional, but you got to expect that this is just such a shock that maybe it hasn't even processed for them exactly what's going on. There was one person that was telling me that they're going to try to help out one of their friends that work in that neighborhood, and they said that neighbor who lives in there couldn't even look at the home. They got out of their tornado shelter and just walked away. They couldn't even look. It was just a terrible thing for them, but just a terrible deal here. We're still seeing a bunch of first responders. They're coming down Highway 81 from the Enid area to come help. A lot of people working on this, so hopefully we get some good news soon about no fatalities, hopefully little to no injuries.
It's devastating to see something like that, what you work so hard for, and everything you have right there in your home. You just hate it for these folks. Dakota, I know you've been trying to get around town in different areas and come across roadblocks. Are you starting to see any areas that have reopened?
Not really. There's just one road just east of Highway 81 that people are using to get around all of this. We have crews in the area. We're all maneuvering around this. It's been very difficult, but obviously we saw earlier OG&E is on the scene for those down power lines. We've got EMS, firefighters. There was one point Jason was talking earlier, and I texted him that there were about 20, and I think that number went up even after that, to maybe 25 or 30 firefighters from the area, whether it's Enid or Major County. They were all rushing into that rural part, because this is just a highway. You got to imagine, it's not just the people impacted along this busy highway, but it's the people just east of it that are in rural Garfield County, Major County, and they're just, they got a bunch of trees around them. Those trees are maybe blocking their driveways, having to clear those out to get to it, and then also destroying homes, because we saw Jason's video earlier. There was that home that no one was in, and the side of the house was just absolutely destroyed. So it's been very difficult around here. It's going to take some time to clean this up. It may even go into the morning.